What's going on, guys, and welcome to your weekly Class vs. Crass Nintendo podcast. The only Nintendo podcast where the co-host can say absolutely anything, and we actually ended up talking about it. Can be talking out of his ass, and we just don't care. Joining
What
with
does that
me,
even mean?
joining me as usual, Shawn Long, the Crassy one. How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good.
Kind
You're what?
yeah. I was gonna say I'm kind of tired. I've been finding out Sundays are just like my dog shit days, and I don't like do anything.
I thought every day's your dog shit day.
Bullshit. I wish it
You
was.
complained last week when we did Class vs. Crass on Monday, saying, "Oh, it's Monday." Now you're complaining, "Oh, it's Sunday."
I mean, shit happens.
Shit does happen. All right, I'm your host, Jason Lapine, and tonight we've got a fun-filled episode for you guys. So if you're joining us for the first time, where have you been? Really? We've been doing
Yeah.
this for a year, and you're just joining us now. No, but really, we do have a format to this show, and it's actually getting skinnier now that I think about it. But usually it's a 1 hour podcast where we talk about Nintendo, of course. Shawn and I go over what have you been playing over the past week, um, spend some time talking about the games we've been playing. Then we go into the Nintendo headlines, what's been making news for the past week, share our thoughts on that, um, talk about what's relevant, what you should care, what you get your thoughts on it. Then we used to do the Nintendo Fan Showcase, but Shawn got lazy and said, nope, we're not doing that anymore.
It needs to be organic.
Says organic, he says. Because Shawn is going into the whole organic thing now. Everything has to be organic for him.
Yeah.
Your cigarette's organic?
No, I had to find my lighter, so we're doing a tour of my house as I walk around.
Nice. Hide the bodies.
Yeah, I know.
And then we end up the show with the lightning round. That's where we take about 10-15 minutes to take all your questions and topics of you guys in the chat with us, and we hash it out amongst you all, see what's on your mind, and talk about it. Good with you, Shawn?
Sounds good.
All right, so let's get started with what have you been playing that is not a PS4?
Nothing really, honestly. Just
What?
playing. I've been playing Star Fox, and I've been playing a little Hyrule Warriors Legends in bed, but nothing. Nothing really besides that.
So now that the preview embargo is lifted, you can actually talk about Star Fox tonight.
Yeah, more so than I could before.
All right. So last week I shared 5-10 minutes of my preview time with Star Fox. So what do you think of Star Fox?
I think it's good. It's not. It's not the best game I've ever played, but it's fun. It's good.
Um, Without getting into like review territory, controls. Can you talk about controls, whether they're a concern to you, whether they
They.
should be a concern to anyone?
I mean, I don't suck at video games, so like the way everyone talked about it, like I planned on being like, okay, I'm gonna die a lot, blah blah blah, but I didn't really die that much in the game. Like the only times I died was on like boss battles or stuff, and that was just because like I was being stupid. As
Hmm.
far as controls go, I think they're fine. Like they're different, but different doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means that you have to kind of adjust to it. And after the first level, you're pretty much adjusted to it. So I don't know. I don't see the controls as a problem. A lot of people are going to say the controls are a problem in their reviews, and I mean that's just how it's going to be. You're going to see scores from fives to nines, I believe, just
Hmm.
because people suck at games.
That's interesting. So you were one of the ones who did not get any insight into Star Fox gameplay. You didn't get to play the game until just a few weeks ago.
I didn't
Whereas
play it till it showed up at my house.
Right. So you were like most of the community. You didn't get the chance to play at E3. You didn't get a special demo. You didn't get any preview time. So you were kind of inundated by all of this media blast that everyone else has felt over the past year of Star Fox is a bad game. Star Fox is in trouble. Star Fox is getting delayed because it's shit. And then you got the game. Do you feel any of that bad media is warranted from what you've played?
No, considering I've beaten the game once and now I'm just going through trying to find different paths and how to access different levels. Um, so, I mean, it's not a bad game. It looks pretty good. It plays pretty good. The voice acting is good. The presentation is really good. It's a good game. It's not a great game. It's not going to be. But in the same breath, when the fuck was the last time there was a great Star Fox game? Okay, there's two great Star Fox games, and one of those games I don't even consider it to be great. That being the original Star Fox. It was a technical marvel, but I don't think it was a great game. Star Fox 64 was a great game. Every other Star Fox has been good to average to. So I don't understand like why it's not like Zelda. It's not like Metroid. Even Metroid had side steps. Even Zelda has side steps. But streamlined games like I don't think that I don't really see Star Fox as it is a premier franchise because of the characters, but it gameplay wise, they're never. I haven't played a great Star Fox game since I was 12.
Yeah, it's not
So
usually at the top of the charts or anything. It's just kind of there as a franchise.
right.
All right. Well, I've been a little bit busier than you, I guess, in the past week since I've been sitting here waiting for the review copy of Star Fox, which has still not come in Canada. Finally got through Batman Arkham Knight. That's an on Nintendo game, but it's an amazing game. And if you do have an Xbox or a PlayStation 4, definitely play it. So I put that aside so I could focus on this review. Didn't get the review, so I spent the weekend actually diving back into Xenoblade, and now I'm hooked again. So
Really.
yeah, I had put the game down about a month or two ago because I was stuck at like a level 16 boss. I was just like, I don't understand how to play this game. Like, I think I'm doing it right in terms of like, all right, you do the taunting, you lower defense, then you topple the enemy, and then you use all these arts that are more effective when the thing's toppled. Like, I think that's how you play Xenoblade. I'm not a Xenoblade expert, but I figure topple seems to be a big deal, and then following it up with arts that hurt it when it's toppled. If there's more to that, I have yet to learn it. So I made
That's pretty
that's
fair.
right. That's pretty much it, isn't it? So yeah, I made it through that, and now I'm stuck on chapter 5 because it just kind of tossed me into an area where I'm about 4 or 5 levels under, and I tried, the whole stealth approach, and I realized there's no stealthing around these guys. You have to take them on. So now I'm grinding, just trying to grind. And while doing that, I ended up spending I think like 2 hours just running around the planet, and that's what happens in Xenoblade. If anyone here has played Xenoblade, you pretty much know that it's all about just exploring the world, just saying like, "Hey, there's a mountain. Wonder what's up there," and go to that. And I was actually thinking I was playing it just before coming onto the podcast. Zelda, we got that preview where I think it was Miyamoto who said, "You see that mountain over there? You can go there." And I might be remembering wrong who said that, but I
It was
felt
either him or Enuma.
right. I felt that in Xenoblade where it's like I wanted to go to the top of this mountain and I couldn't figure out how to go to it, but I still spent like an hour or half hour, whatever, trying to get there, and it was fun. And now I feel that Zelda can actually take a lot can almost be a more friendly Xenoblade in the sense that Zelda has always been a little bit more accessible. I don't find Xenoblade accessible. It literally tosses you into a world with so many mechanics. You drown easily. So Zelda can be a lighter version of Xenoblade in terms of having that grand scale of a world and just throwing you in that world and just being like, go do what you want. Just go figure it out, and eventually, stop evil's bane, or stop evil with evil's bane.
No, I think you're right. I think you're setting up a great segue too.
I'm setting it up. Why'd you have to call it out?
Oh, I didn't know because I didn't know if you were gonna go that route.
hmm It is where I was going. But before I do segue, I also tried. Actually, I don't know how much I can talk about Bravely Second about that embargo.
Um, the embargo lifts in like 2 or 3 days, so you could probably talk a little bit.
I don't have much to talk about. I didn't like the demo of Bravely Default. I did not like it, and I played maybe 10, 20 minutes of Bravely Second, and I just said no. This isn't for me. The dialogue I can't handle the dialogue. Within the first like intro, like, oh, this is basically original Final Fantasy rebranded, which is fine, but I don't know. I think I'm out of that phase. It's just it's not my game anymore. It's not my type of game. So,
Yeah, it's fair enough.
but yeah, segueing into Zelda. So big headline over the last week is Emily Rogers breaking quite a few rumors, and Emily Rogers is usually a pretty credible source. I think she correctly broke Paper Mario coming to the Wii U
Correct.
amongst as her most recent. And now she comes out saying Zelda will be available on the Wii U and the NX, or both. That you will have the option of choosing the gender of your character. So I'm assuming it's either going to be called Link, Linkle, or whatever you want to call them, because you can always name yourself whatever you
Stinkle.
want. Stinkle. Uh, Everyone except main characters will have voice acting, and I think those were the big three rumors, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was it.
So what do you think about that?
I think it's good. Customization is good. They need to. I mean, someone on Nintendo in '90 was like said some shit like they're just gonna throw away 30 years of Link being a boy and blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, shit's gotta change eventually. Like Nintendo fans, like some Nintendo fans are just really, I don't know. They want change, but when change happens, they don't like it.
Right.
So like I don't. Let's see right here. I hope that's bullshit. Keep him male. Why? Why can't there be a choice?
Yeah.
Like if it's gonna be, it's not. They're trying to break away from the traditional series. You've been playing the same damn game since Ocarina of Time, and I love Zelda to death. But you've been playing literally Ocarina of Time reskinned over and over and over. Shut up, yes, I. Um, it's
Yes.
just it's crazy to me. Like they need customization. They need you Link. Like what is Link's story? Go find the Master Sword. Go save Zelda. Like why not? It's such a bland. At the end of the day, it's such a bland story. Why not make it more about you, the character? You are Link because I don't have gel in it. Is there a choice for a female Mario? Her name is Peach.
Well, no, it's a completely different universe. Mario, as simple of a character it's a different game. Like in a platforming game, you don't really need a gender, but in an adventure game like if you go back to the Legend of Zelda's roots, the character was always meant to be an avatar for you. Link was never really supposed to have much of a personality, and I would say he doesn't really have much of one other than being good at everything, right?
Yeah. What's his personality?
Like the only if you okay, define Link. Like the
He
only
has.
thing that you can define him is he is the reincarnated hero of over time. That's all he has going for him.
Yeah. I
So
mean, the story in Zelda is not about Link. More so, it's more about Hyrule and whatnot. So, like, I just don't see why it's such a big deal. And I'm the most un PC person in the world. Like I don't like a lot of shit, and you guys know that. But um, you're the character. If they're gonna go, I honestly feel that they're gonna go a different route with this game, with more customization and more of a making it your character, your sort of game. Why not?
right. Now, would you be against Zelda and Ganondorf having alternate genders? Because they're essentially just the well, Ganon is just evil reborn all the time. So I think a female Ganondorf would have a lot of potential.
Um, no, just because Ganondorf. I mean, Ganondorf is a character. Ganondorf, I think Ganondorf has more character than Link does because you're playing as Link, you're going after Ganondorf. So I kind of see it as different. If you're going to make a female Ganondorf, just make it a separate character, in my
Well,
opinion.
I guess they kind of tested that with Hyrule Warriors. Sia was essentially possessed by the evil that is Ganon. Like Ganondorf is just the human form of the evil of Ganon. Ganon is the evil power, and he takes any form he wants, and his male form is Ganondorf.
Right.
So he could have a female form if he chose to.
Yeah.
Um, how do you feel about the voice acting?
About time. Like I don't understand why it hasn't been a thing. Like games have had voice acting for 16 years now, and if it's just secondary characters, like who cares? It'll just make the world more alive.
Yeah, I think there's good and bad. Like as I'm playing Xenoblade, I really don't like the whole voice acting. I feel that it just slows down. Like if you can't skip the dialogue, it's easier in an RPG or a story-driven game to just read through it than to wait for the character to narrate it out. It's very different in an open world game where a character around you is talking and you're getting the voice acting from that, but you're still free to do things. But I hate it when the game freezes and makes you have to pay attention to something, unless it's a cutscene. Cutscene is an exception. But in the
Yeah.
same time, the Legend of Zelda series has really developed a lot of charm with their characters, just going like ooh and making weird sounds. That do you think something will be lost in that transition of getting voice acting?
No, why would it be? I mean, unless the voice acting is shit, like some Resident Evil 1 shit, then maybe. But I mean, voice acting has come a long way now, and I'm sure there'll be options to turn it off if you don't want that. I mean, but just to have at least an option for voice acting. Xenoblade's voice acting was fine. I enjoyed it.
Really?
So yeah,
I thought it was blah. I didn't enjoy it, and I'm not enjoying it.
no, it's because you suck.
Sorry, I'm reading comments. So I'll just ignore that. What's the oh, the NX thing? So Zelda coming to the
Oh,
NX Wii U. You think that's going to be good? Do you think it's going to be like a lag fest on the Wii U? Do you think you're going to get more on the NX, or do you think that they're going to actually do it where it's like the GameCube and Wii, where it plays pretty well on both?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that yet because I'm still not 100% on that notion.
You don't think it's going to
Yeah,
come to both platforms?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I need to see. We still don't know. We still don't know what the NX is. So how can it? How can I say yes? It's coming to that platform. Could it? Probably.
Well, we don't
Um,
know anything right now. We're doing is speculating for the sake of interest and entertainment.
right. Could it potentially? Would I like to see that? That depends. Like, is it gonna, like you said, is it gonna be pretty much a one-to-one replication? Is it gonna be better? Is it gonna, is is it gonna be a pack-in title? Like,
Right.
what's gonna be the appeal of it? So,
Because
if it does happen, it happens, and if it doesn't, I won't really care.
yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of limitations. Like I keep coming back to Xenoblade, but again, that is what I've been playing heavily in the past week, and that's what I'm seeing a lot of similarities to what Zelda could be. I can see them taking a lot of concepts. Playing Batman Arkham Knight for the Xbox One and then playing Xenoblade, it it shows that the Wii U is struggling. Like I have things popping up around me all the time, enemies, NPCs, textures. I sit there for maybe 10 seconds before a texture pops up, and all you're hearing through the game is just the Wii U disc just going crazy because it's trying to load things constantly. I know that there's those packs that I'm supposed to download. I'm just waiting on my hard drive to get fixed so I can download that. But if Zelda is the same kind of story that it's pushing the Wii U to its limits and struggling like that, then and let's assume the NX is going to be a powerful console as it's rumored to be, I think it's impossible to not impossible, but I think that you're going to see a huge difference in terms of NX versus Wii U version. What will that mean? I don't know. More incentives to get the NX, if that is the case, I guess.
So then, why would anyone want the Wii U version?
Because they don't want to fork out, three, $400 for a new console, and they just want to invest $60 or 70 or whatever games go in the world now.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. I think out of all the rumors, I think that one has the least chance, and that's just me.
The rumor world. Yeah, like I was discussing this with the Nintendo Enthusiast team the other night, and we were talking about the NX, and someone was saying, "Oh, Iwata's last mistake is he should never mentioned NX at the investor meeting a year ago." And then I was saying, well, he kind of had to because of the whole, and I guess we're kind of segueing into something completely different here, but he had to appease the fears that Nintendo was pulling out as a hardware company because they were announcing the whole smartphone initiative. But then, of course, they went out of their way to specifically say the NX is not a home console, but it's something different, which throws a lot of these rumors that have been coming out for the past 5 6 months just completely. It's going to be more powerful than the Xbox on the PlayStation. Well, how is that possible if it's not specifically a home console? But anyway, that's for another time when we're gonna actually know what this thing is for. Because like you and I have been talking about, this whole rumor mill is getting absolutely disgusting. There's a new rumor every week, and it's just more annoying than anything.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's because they also backpedaled on the NX not being a home console to saying, "Oh, it is a home console." So it was,
Well, Reggie
they
said that, yeah,
well, yeah.
yeah. What was that? You were talking about something, the NX rumor on Nintendo 90 today, weren't you? About
Mm.
there was one that came out in NeoGAF.
Okay, okay.
Here we go.
Let Here we
Hooked the
go.
lion.
All right. So there's a lot of people. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name channels because that's not my style. It is my style.
He just alludes to them very heavily.
Yeah. So here's the problem. All right. You got every Tom, Dick, and Harry trying to build their channel on NX rumors now for whatever reason because it's a popular thing, and people seem to be flocking to that. But if I see one more motherfucker, and yes, I'm going to say motherfucker, credit their rumor to a verified Reddit source, I'm gonna start going after people. Because let me tell you what a verified Reddit source is. That means someone made a Reddit account, put in their email address, and then went to their email and opened it and clicked, okay, I'm verified. That's all it means. That is all a verified Reddit account means. And people are like, man, it's a verified Reddit account. Verified for what? You don't know what it's verified for. I can make an email address right now. I can make a Reddit account right now. I could verify that Reddit account through my email address right now. And in 60 seconds, I could type up some bullshit NX rumor. And then every single idiot would be out there reporting on it. Stop it. Stop it. Did you people not learn? Did you people shut up, Connor? Did you people not learn after the whole controller thing? Like, you got to be a little more careful.
We
But
were
no,
scared. We were scared with that controller. You gotta give it to people.
well, yeah, the controller's a little different because you have you have something you could see. You have something you visually see, okay? This
Hmm.
is literally some asswipe saying, I work for a third-party developer. The Nintendo NX is very powerful. It's more powerful than the PS4. It's literally just saying shit that Nintendo fans want to hear. So then you hear someone else saying it, and the person reporting it doesn't bother to do any sort of research, doesn't bother to see how long has this Reddit account been active. What else has this person posted? Oh, it's a brand new Reddit account. Well, fuck me. They're probably just bullshitting. No, they just sit there and then they just regurgitate the news, and it's sickening. It's sickening. It's
Yeah.
sickening.
And then you got the NX centric sites or channel now that have popped up through all this, and they're just jumping on that within the hour, and then it's just spamming the Nintendo channels with the latest NX rumors, the latest NX this and the NX this, and then you got everybody saying, "Oh, NX is," but it's very different than 2 years ago when we started making video content, for example. That was the heavy days of Nintendo Doom, where everything that you could hear about Nintendo was they're doomed, they're doomed, they're doomed, and now it's all, oh my God, the next coming of everything is happening right now with the NX. Like
Yeah.
it's a 180-degree world. Like we've gone from the darkest parts of, I don't know, still pretty dark, but we've gone from so much negativity to so much hype around the NX. I actually
Yeah.
hate saying that word now, just because it's so surrounded by disgusting rumors and just the whole. I hate how the community around this has built. It's poisonous. It's toxic. You called it out on Twitter this week. You said it's become toxic. Channels that are focusing just on this console, it's poison. It's disgusting.
It's ridiculous. Like, and there's so many. There's just so many, and they're just saying what everyone else is saying. It's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah, well, it's
What's the
echo.
point? Put some research into it. Put some time into it. Don't just it's stupid.
It is. Speaking of rumors, though, we have a new patent to talk about. Expect that to be a new leak soon, because patents come
Yeah.
out like that. But what is this? A projection patent? Actually, I don't see how we're going to talk about this much. But yeah, Nintendo filed a new patent about projection. Do you have any thoughts about it? It looks cool. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know how it would be functional in any way, shape, or form, but um, I mean, it's just it's interesting. It's a patent, and as we've learned, patents don't necessarily look like their final prototypes. Like I've been saying,
Yep.
nobody listen to me. Um, so yeah, it looks kind of cool, but I don't see it being very practical.
No. To anybody who's wondering what it looks like, I don't. Maybe I do have the picture nearby that I could toss up on the
It's like
screen.
it's like a sphere that's supposed to
Okay, I do have the picture. This is what the patent looks like. It's really weird. It looks like a an upside down lamp with fingers just dancing around it, and there's trees on the outside. I really,
yeah.
I don't know what to make of this.
Uh,
Well,
it's weird. I don't know.
it's really weird. Part of Nintendo's huge investment in the recent years, which is another news item, but that just leads us back to the NX, and I don't want to go there. But yeah, one news piece that we also report on Nintendo 90 is Nintendo has been investing heavily, heavily, heavily into research and development last year. But that doesn't mean anything because whatever they're researching last year, we're only going to see probably 5, 10 years from now. So,
Right. I don't know. It could. I mean, there could be some sort of extra to that because it could be finalizing certain things.
well, yeah, it's a big department. I'm sure it's not just one group with one lab with like 50 people, and it's like this is R&D. It's probably a little bit more elaborate than that.
Yeah.
Can we put someone in
This
timeout?
is just Connor.
I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I mean, companies spend a lot of money, and they they spent what was 592 million or something like that. This is a lot of money.
It is, but for a company their size, I don't know. Sounds pretty standard.
I would guess I would have to see
It's crazy when you
previous.
could all be going to the theme park, research and development for, you know,
That's
new
true.
state of the art rides. It could be so many things.
Yeah.
So have you gone back more into Miitomo? So Miitomo was another
No,
headline.
I'm done. I'm
You're
done
done
with
with it. You're
Miitomo.
done.
Done. Done.
It's
I
losing its appeal.
I haven't gone on it in days. I don't want to go on it. I'm sorry. People keep sending me friend requests. I will probably never reply because I'm done. I don't want it, and it's stupid.
Because there's not enough games. Well, you were never a much
It,
of a mobile guy to start with.
first and foremost, I hate mobile games.
Yeah.
Second off, there's just like people just ask me questions like, okay, just ask me on Twitter or something. Like I'm pretty accessible. Like just do that. It's easier. It
But it's
saves me
not the
time.
same. They don't hear little me say it out loud.
You know what the funny thing is? My iPhone, for some reason, has no sound with it.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. So I've never heard anything. It's been silent the entire
So
time.
you don't even know what your me sounds like?
Nope, I have no idea.
Do you want to find out right now?
I don't really care, but if you would like to share it with me, sure.
Let's find out what Sean's me sounds like. This is going to take a minute or two.
Yeah, it's good for getting points. That's the only reason I haven't deleted it yet.
Oh, yes, points, yeah. Coins.
Because I've gotten a lot of coins, but I just don't.
Oh, look at that. I got 5 more coins. All right, let's go to Mr. Dizzle. Uh, I had all these game tickets, which I was like, what is the point of this? And then they dropped the Ninja game, this one, or Ninja Gear on Thursday or Friday. And I had like
Mhm.
30 tickets. So do you know what the drop game is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I gotta get this. Like, they had a katana, so I'm like, I gotta get a katana. Hang on, is this?
What up, gangsta?
Did you hear
Okay,
that?
that works. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can live with that.
See if we can get him to say anything else.
So, when you think ninja, what first comes to mind?
I
Yeah.
don't know. What does that even mean?
What do you think of when we say ninja? Most people are answering like assassin, stealth, killer, stuff like that.
Gaiden.
Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, so I totally went through all of my tickets trying to get the katana to no avail. 30 tickets gone, and I actually started spending my coins, which was bad, and then I just put the game down and stepped away. But but I am finding less and less reason to go back to the game. Uh, Depending on who your friends are, you can get a pretty fun. Like some people are really nice. I find in Miitomo, like some of the answers that are allowed, I was like, oh, that's so nice. And then
Yeah,
I got
people are nice to me.
yeah, then I got a few dicks in there though. That just give the
They need
most random answers.
they need batch friend acceptance. It takes so
Yes.
freaking long to accept a friend, and it's very annoying.
Hmm. Well, no one is supposed to have as many friends as you, I guess. You're just that popular.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and do all these friends. I'm not. I refuse. I can't do it. I
Well,
don't have time
if you're not using it
to
anyway, don't bother. But like
putting it
people in the
down.
chat here are saying, "Oh, you are in it." Me photo is pretty good though. I
Oh
love
yeah,
what
me
you can do with
photo's
that.
awesome.
Some people are getting really creative with that, and I'm surprised at the kind of stuff you can get away with in photo. You can literally do anything you want in there.
I know. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice. There's not that standard Nintendo censorship over it, which is
Yet
nice. Yeah.
it'll come.
Oh, actually, I think so. I was also discussing this with the group the other day. The fact that Miitomo launched March 31st, I think, is an indication of quite a few things because that is the last day of Nintendo's quarter, which means I don't think Miitomo was ready for launch. They literally delayed that game as much as they could and launched on the last day so then their investors meeting that they're having coming up, they can say, that's when they review the last quarter. And now they can go back and say, well, we launched Miitomo, it has over 1 million downloads, and it's all good news to the investors. Otherwise, they couldn't have said that. What do you think of that? Do you think that Miitomo was rushed and that they actually cut features out to meet launch date or to meet their first quarter launch?
It's an interesting theory,
Hmm.
but I don't think. I mean, I don't think there's gonna necessarily be other features.
I
I
think
think
I think you're
like
gonna.
what do you want?
It's not what I want. It's what I think would work. I think you're gonna see more room decor. So you can see that you can already visit your friends' rooms, but all the rooms are the same, and you've already got a few people who want to customize their rooms. So I think that's a whole system that we could see. There's a lot you could do in terms of like trading items, adding a few more extra games. So I think like they still did a solid launch of Miitomo. What you got is still pretty good, but I still feel that they cut out a few things just to meet their launch.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
I mean, you're probably right.
so we'll see. Nintendo censorship pending verified.
Yeah,
I
there
love
you
some of
go.
these comments. It's verified because it was said here first on Class vs. Crass.
Right.
All right, so I think that's all of the headlines actually, unless you had anything up on your mind.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well,
It wasn't.
you're
It
kind
was a
of low
slow week.
energy. You had your one rant, and then the rest are just kind of bumming.
Ah, I told you I'm tired. Um.
Gotta get some coffee in you.
So yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to do a 25-minute lightning round. Won't be much lightning.
Yeah, that's kind of. I don't know. Here, this week kind of sucked. Just talk. What do you want us to
Just
talk about? First topic. Go.
who, me?
No, someone in the chat.
Chat?
Go. Name the topic. Put it in quotation marks.
I thought it was
So,
a pretty good week to talk about. I mean, Zelda
like
rumors.
what?
The Zelda rumors, they were good.
I mean, yeah,
Those are
but
meaty.
those are meaty. But we did like 20 minutes on those.
Yeah, what do you guys, any topics that you guys want? A Nintendo M-rated division?
Okay.
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah.
What IP could you turn M other than maybe Metroid?
You spelled it wrong, Earth Destroyer. Oh, god dang.
Shawn did want to talk about that.
I just think it's funny.
I don't see what there is to talk about. It's all been.
Mighty
It's
number
all out
9
in the
Epic
air.
Fail. That's a good one. That's a good one. You got that stupid Inafune sitting there creating Mario Maker levels, but damn if that son of a bitch can't finish his game.
Come on, the guy's allowed to have some time off,
No, he's not.
some
No, he's not.
downtime.
No, you're not. Not when you've been promising something for years and years and years and years and years, taking people's money, then taking more people's money, then doing side projects, then doing more side projects, then trying to go into a cartoon and other sorts of stuff, and you still haven't released the damn game yet. No.
He's
No, you do not.
he's a designer, and their problems right now is like network debugging or something. What do you think? He can't just magically fix everything everywhere he goes.
It's a 2D side-scrolling platformer, action platformer.
Yeah. It should be out by now. I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm not defending that. I'm saying Inafune can't fix everything just because he's Inafune.
Yes, he can. He could stop and say, "Look, motherfuckers, I'm paying you people money. Fix this damn game and get it out." There's no passion. There's no drive. He just wants to be. He wants to be a freaking celebrity in something, and he's not. He's riding the coattails of Mega Man, trying to create a Mega Man, and hasn't created shit.
A lot of dead hype. Created a lot of that.
Yeah, like I don't understand. I just he needs to go away. He needs to release Mighty Number 9 and then disappear.
I really don't know what happened because he did a crowdfunding project for My Number 9, but then we got oh shit, why am I forgetting Gunvolt? We got Gunvolt, which is an amazing game. Plays like the classics. Like it plays like Mega Man X basically, but with a interesting twist. It's a fun game and it's great. Didn't need to be crowdsourced. It came out and there's even a sequel coming all in the time frame that Mighty Number 9 got crowdfunded and developed. In my opinion, it's not even like if I had to pick between Mighty Number 9 from what I've played and Gunvolt, I would take Gunvolt any day. So that's an enigma to me of why they were able to do this one project but they couldn't do the other one.
Because they would just want money. They just want easy cash. And if you look at something like Striker Gunvolt versus Mighty Number 9, obviously Striker Gunvolt is probably an easier game to create.
You're getting
than
called
Mighty
out
Number
for
9.
your cussing.
Because I'm an adult. And that's what makes our channel different from others.
Our channel does not drop F-bombs all the time. Shawn Long specifically does. And that's why we call this Class vs. Crass, because we have a crassy guy that we just can't control. But every time and then we give him a mic and let him rant. And pretend we listen to him. Ukulele, now there's a game I'd love to get an update on.
Yeah, that's what these Kickstarters do. They're like, we are the spiritual successor to Castlevania, Banjo-Kazooie, and Mighty Number 9. See you in a year.
See you in a year. See you more like in 3 years.
I just went with updates. Like, this is crazy. I'm so over Kickstarter, man.
I think a lot of people are. Although no, we just had the what was that game that just got funded at the Video Game Awards? Also through Kickstarter.
Oh God! Don't.
Yes, I'm going there. Because that was a game you were looking forward to.
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts, that's the one. Yeah. That.
And then that idiot gives out money.
Oh, well, we don't have to get into that detail.
No, if you're gonna go down this route, we're gonna go down this route.
I was going there not to bring attention to who was developing it, but to show it that there is still interest in Kickstarters. And here's another question for you. How many Kickstarter projects are we going to see at this year's E3? How many Kickstarter launches are we going to see? Because we saw the first one pretty much happen last year with Shenmue 3. And then they did it again at the Video Game Awards. So is this going to be the year of crowdfunding, the E3 of crowdfunding?
You're going to see a lot of it. You saw a game center stage for crowdfunding at E3 last year that got crowdfunded. So why would they change it?
That's what I'm saying. They have a model. Oh, this works. We don't need to put any money. We'll just let the gamers put up the money.
Yeah, I mean, and they know that. Like,
of course.
I realize it. You realize it.
I'm sure everybody in the chat here realizes it.
I think people are less naive. I think they just they see the name of the game and they want to they want to go back to that time with Shenmue. They want to go back to that time with Banjo Kazooie, with all of these great games. And so they say, okay, well, this is what it is. And then, bam! All of a sudden, you're out of money.
So
It doesn't make sense to me.
do you think we could have the major E3 conferences be here are 5 games. You can crowdfund any one you want or all of them. Just go to Kickstarter now. Vote with your
I,
money.
yes,
Like it's very possible, but how do you think because if that does happen this year, that will be the only year that it's going to happen. Because I'm pretty sure the gaming community will say, "Whoa, hold up, this is BS. We're not going to do this again next year." And then there's
no,
going to hmm?
because the only way the gaming community is going to say that is if with their wallets. If they don't say it with their wallets, then it's not going to happen. They're going to keep doing it because there's no reason not to. You can Game Explain makes me feel safe. Um,
What?
um, people are having fun in the
Oh.
in the room. Um, that's the only way. That's how it is with everything. That's why there's a Call of Duty every year. That's why there was an Assassin's Creed every year, because as much as people were tired of it, as much as people talk shit about it online, they have to vote with their wallets. If people are still out there buying it, what's the incentive to stop? If people are still out there supporting Kickstarters, what's the incentive to stop? All you got to do is get a developer or two who worked on a game from that franchise, and then you're good.
Yeah. What was the last, did you fund any of the recent of these big Kickstarters?
No, no,
Okay.
I'm done. I don't. Mm-mm.
Yep, I'm done too.
Like, there's so many games. Everything that comes out on Kickstarter, just about everything that comes out of Kickstarter, is always either not what it's expected or something happens and it doesn't come out. I
Right.
mean, it's crazy.
It is. It's live in different times. Live in the time of
If
crowdfunding and episodic releases and DLC
if
and
if
mobile
you
gaming.
if you made a Kickstarter that had an algorithm with the likelihood of a project being finished, if it's a video game, I would say 10%.
What are you talking about?
Someone said it would be funny if Kickstarter had an algorithm that displayed the likelihood of a project being finished. You can just look
Oh,
at
there is a
the
site.
project. Is
There's a
there? No, no, he's talking about like after it's funded,
oh,
not is this project going to meet its funding, but how is this actually going to come out
right.
once it's funded? I would say 10%.
Hmm. Here's an interesting one. If Yacht Club Games came out tomorrow and said we want funding for this new game, would you support a developer like Yacht Club Games through crowdfunding?
Hell to the no, to the
Really?
no, 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 no. They made money. They made a bunch of money. Shovel Knight is very successful
It, it,
across 4 platforms. Five platforms: Steam, PS4, Xbox One, 6 platforms:
okay,
Vita,
but you're not
PS.
giving
Yeah,
money for free here. Like when you're supporting on crowdfunding, you're basically buying the game before it even starts development.
they have money to create a game.
Right. And
They
I
don't need
understand
my
that
money.
they don't need it, but what if they're saying, "Hey, we're gonna make, I don't know, Shovel Knight 2, and
No,
then if you put $10 to get the game for free, would you not
no
support that to
thanks.
say like, I'm voting with my wallet, give me another Shovel Knight?
No, they have money. They
Okay.
made money,
And it's nothing
and
against the developers, it's you are completely against the crowdfunding model.
I'm against crowdfunding if you've crowdfunded something previously and it was successful. You probably and you made money off of your project, so now you have money. So why do you need my money again?
Right. What scenario does a crowdfunding project work for you? In what instance is someone justified to do crowdfunding, in your opinion?
Today,
Today.
never.
Okay, so you're saying that that whole model is dead. It should not exist anymore.
to some, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because I did crowdfund something like a year ago. Um, I think if you're Tim Schafer, I'm not crowdfunding you. If you're a company that's hit that's done a Kickstarter and you've succeeded, you've made money off of your project, I'm not crowdfunding you. If you're an upstart, if you're different and your goals look in line, okay, that's different. Let's look at Freeze Me, for example. Okay, Freeze Me was a game that wanted 15 grand. Freeze Me did not get 15 grand. Their Kickstarter failed. I have Freeze Me on my Wii U, and that was one guy. Is he a wizard? Is he just the most amazing person in the world? Like, I don't understand. How could he do this? Oh, he did what people do. People rely too much on crowdfunding, GoFundMe, all this bullshit. And it's kind of sad, really, because now people are just exploiting people for it to get the money. Like, it used to be if you wanted to make a game, you might have to eat ramen for a month, but you made your game. It's your creative outlet. Like, it's crazy.
It used to be the way to pursue a dream. We have a dream, we have a vision, we just don't have the means. But now it's become tainted. The giants are now dipping inside the whole crowdfunding platforms. It's a mess.
It's your buddy, Tib.
My buddy, he's not my buddy. I never talked to Tim.
When we were arguing,
I was defending him because you said he's donating. You were against it because he donated $30,000 to someone, I forget who. And you're like, you should not be donating money and also asking money for crowdfunding. And I said the two are not mutually exclusive. He can have his personal wealth, and he can choose to not invest his personal wealth in a project because
that makes him a shithead.
It makes him a
That makes him a shithead.
Not everybody. The crowdfunding platform, it helps a lot with those that seek to develop a game because they have heart, they have that passion. But there are a lot of people that are in the industry because it is their job, because they enjoy doing the work. Maybe they don't have heart anymore, but they go about it because it's a business and they have a business model. And
right.
If I can gain in terms of business, I can, make a project and get money from it and minimize my risk by going crowdfunding. It's a smart business move. Why wouldn't I do it?
But I understand that, but it's still a douchebag move.
I think you're coming from the angle that's deceiving because you're coming across as saying, I don't have that money, give me that money, and now all of a sudden I'm going around throwing money at all these other things.
Which
you feel deceived. You feel deceived by this.
I don't feel deceived. I feel that he has enough money. He's not Jason. He's not
fire alarm.
I know. He's not trying to feed his family. Okay. If you have $30,000 to give to a social activist, you're not struggling to feed your family.
And he never claimed that he was struggling. And
it doesn't matter. That's why you should be on Kickstarter if you can't afford to live your dream of making a game. And that also plays back into the small guys versus the big guys. But you can't ask me for $3 million and then give 30 grand out of your own pocket. You want me to give you money out of my pocket so that you can make a game, but you have enough money in your pocket to give it to someone else.
Take the individual out of the equation. It's not you're giving Tim the money. You're giving this company, the company that Tim works for, the company that Tim owns. You're giving that company money to do its project. And the company has its own financial structure, and Tim, the individual, has his own financial structure, and they are in no way obligated to be one and the same.
It's Tim's company. It's a representation of him.
Sure.
So you don't put money into your own company? You don't invest in your own company? You have other people invest in your own company and you do whatever the hell you want with your earnings and your money?
Over time, he built his company from something. He built it from something. And now he's at a point where he can minimize his risk by saying, I'm not going to invest anything because I can get all these other people to throw money at me. So why not?
Yeah, because he's a scumbag.
Well, now you make me feel like a scumbag because I agree with the method.
Well,
If the shoe fits, eh?
Shoe fits.
Anyway, next
All
topic.
right,
Who's Tim? Tim Schafer is
Tim
who we're talking.
Schafer.
We
The
were
Ouya is the best example. Oh my god, I got one
we were
sitting over
referring
there.
specifically to Psychonauts 2. It's Psychonauts, right?
Yes,
Psychonauts
Psychonauts
2
2.
Kickstarter. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, he just laid people off because of his financial issues. The
Ew.
good thing he's got that 30 grand to
Oh,
blow on social activists. Here you go, babe. You're doing great. Trying to ruin video games. Awesome. All right, so let's get into the lightning round. You throw up questions,
where is the
literally.
Kickstarter for the Shawn and Jason buddy cop movie?
Really? You throw up questions, literally vomit them on your screen, and we will answer them in a timely manner. Do you think a Zelda anime will work? No, because I don't like anime, and I wouldn't watch it.
Would it work? I think there'd be an audience for it. As someone who used to be very heavy into anime, would I
Well,
watch
yeah,
it
I mean,
now? No.
I just wouldn't.
It's very
I
popular
would.
though. I think every big Japanese gaming franchise has a manga. So even Zelda, yeah, even Zelda has a manga. So could have an anime. It's just the next step. Just animate it.
I
What's your
mean,
response? Yeah, sorry, you have an opinion?
no, you go ahead. Oh no, there's actually a good one. Nintendo X Capcom, which is actually something we should have talked about because that
'Cause
would
you
be
have wet
amazing.
dreams about it.
Oh my god, that would be so amazing.
What mechanic would you use? Like, would it be the Street Fighter fighting mechanic?
Yes,
That would be pretty amazing. I'd love it.
that's all I would do, and I would just destroy people.
Would it ever happen though?
Could.
Could it though? Because all of Nintendo's characters aren't necessarily sized the same.
What the hell does that have? Did you ever play? Have you ever played a Japanese fighting game?
Not one
Played
where they have that many different sized characters.
Okay, what name me different sizes.
I am by no means saying I'm an expert at this, but in most games, you have humanoid, you have like the hulky guys like Zangief, but you don't have short people, tall people.
Yes, you do.
Which one?
Let's look at Samurai Showdown. Okay, Samurai Showdown
All right.
has Earthquake, who's a massive guy. You have Jinan, who's a small guy. You have Galford and what the hell's the guy's name? You have like four middle-sized guys. You have Tam Tam, who's a Zangief-sized guy, but nowhere near as big as Earthquake. It can work. It's just you have to
Ridley's too
you
big.
have to make it work.
Who does Nintendo Enthusiast want for Prez? I don't even live in that country, so I can't.
And I could give two shits.
But I was going to answer Nate the Great's question of what do I feel about Shane streaming at the same time. I think he just wants his little moment in the spotlight. That's all.
Little Shane.
I don't think he actually pays attention to what goes on at Nintendo Enthusiast if we're streaming or not. So
I don't
he's
think
welcome to do what he wants.
I don't think he pays attention to anything outside of
No,
Re-Res.
he does. You'd be surprised.
Really?
Yep.
He better be watching my stuff.
All right. So I
Yeah,
can't.
Dawlish.
Just to show, yeah. By the way, I'm a fighting noob, so if that question
Yeah.
sounded dumb, that's why.
Do you think the next handle will do great if they got rid of handheld? Will do great if they got rid of the DS name. Yeah, I mean, did it okay with Game Boy?
When did the DS name ever get tainted, though?
Well, DS means dual screen.
I know
So
what
if
it
they don't
means.
want to do a dual screen anymore,
Yeah. But I mean, specifically, like, let's say the next one has dual screens. Why go away from the? Here's another topic I have for you, and I'm tossing it up. Sorry, guys, but we saw Nintendo go back to their red color. Do you think that we're going to see in this time where nostalgia rules supreme, Nintendo tap into that, bringing back? What was their slogan in the '90s? Now you're playing with power.
does Eli have access to our channel?
Yes, why?
Look at one of the comments. Yeah, I think they are kind of going that route. He doesn't need to do that shit because people can see that shit.
What are you? What?
Nintendo Enthusiast channel. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, do it on your own personal shit.
Oh.
I think the red color is nostalgic, and it was symbolizing a different time. And I think IKEA did a very, very, very good article on that. That actually I was gonna work on, but he ended up doing it before me, and he pretty much said everything I wanted to say. So yeah, I could think. I mean, it could be a sign of the times that they are going back to that. But what exactly does that mean?
The Game Boy NX.
The Game Boy
Next.
Virtual,
Well, you were saying you were all in favor, like they should just call the new system the Nintendo.
or the Nintendo, some entertainment,
The
or
Ultra Nintendo Entertainment System.
some, they don't have to make it,
The UNES. UNES.
or I mean, look at the name Xbox One.
Hmm.
Like, that's the worst name ever.
The Xbone.
Yeah, like that's the worst name ever. So, I mean,
Well, I mean, they actually
literally,
had a reason. They thought they were clever, and they weren't. It was about unifying the Xbox One, the one box that you need to bind them all in the darkness.
except there's an original Xbox.
Yep.
Yes, we'll see a return of the Nintendo brand as opposed to the Wii and DS. I think that's right.
As opposed to
I
the
think
Wii and the yeah.
the Wii U is gone. The DS, I really don't think the predecessor to whatever
I think the Wii brand, you've seen the death of it.
Venus.
The Weenus. The Venus. Uh, yeah, you've definitely seen the Wii brand die, and it's being reincarnated into the mobile world. Like that's where it's going. It died and it went off into Miitomo and whatever else is coming out.
Yeah. Nintendo NX is going to be bundled with a CRT TV. I already have two. I was actually looking at more the other day.
You have the heavy one too, eh?
Oh God, it's like 300 pounds.
Now
It's
you're
on
playing with weight.
Dude. I originally planned to put it in my game room, but it never made its way up there, and I don't ever think it will.
Hmm. So I think the next console will be the Nintendo something rather than Wii something. Yes, Adam Walker, definitely agree with you on that. I think we're gonna
Okay,
see.
I just said that.
I don't listen to everything you say. The Nintendo
Xbox
Muffin
720
Top. I
was.
like that.
I think the Xbox 720 was a better name.
Really? Nah.
It's better than the Xbox One. Because now when you're trying to buy original Xbox games, you have to say the original Xbox instead of the Xbox or the Xbox 360 or the Xbox 720 or the Xbox 3. Like, that was the worst name ever.
Yep. How do you think the NX will work the mobile games?
I think they'll look it real good. Dun, 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 dun. No, I have no idea. Yeah,
Uh,
I haven't really thought about it. I think that they might have some like open Android system to where, or open source system to where it can run mobile games if you want it to.
do you think you'll be able to play like Miitomo on the next console?
Miitomo, let's go away. Probably.
I think so. I think it'd be a lost opportunity.
But do you think that you'll be able to play other mobile games from other developers? Like, it will be completely open, or will
We're
you can
basically
only
doing
get
that now. Like, there's a lot of indie developers who have taken their mobile games and brought it to the Wii U.
right, but they have to be tested and they have to go through. They have to be sent to Nintendo first.
Right.
Do you think that'll continue, or do you think any Tom, Dick, or Harry can just throw up something?
I think there's going to be some kind of control process. Just Nintendo has too big of a history of control that I can't see them opening the floodgates like right when the next system launches. It might happen like a year or two into it, but off the bat, no.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
All right, final questions. Let's get them in. Let's get them in.
Shawn has devolved.
I don't know. I'm off tonight.
His attention is slipping. Yep.
I'm off tonight.
It's all right.
I'm
It's all right. It's all right. You can have a bad night twice in a row. It's okay.
I mean, I got to carry the show 9 times out of 10 anyway.
Of course. Yeah, that's why everyone comes here to see you, of course.
Hmm.
I gained a fan just for not dropping any F bombs tonight.
Okay, good for you. And I
Yeah.
gained 20 for being me. So,
Yeah.
and to that person who became a
Be
fan of Jason,
nice. Be
make
nice.
sure you contact me after the show. I will show you a production that Jason was recently involved in.
Oh,
That's
come on. Which one? I've got no dirt.
the one I had to promote today for you.
Yeah, I wasn't involved in that.
Oh, you weren't?
I did not touch any aspect of that production. I was
Jeremy
just
really
being
liked it.
I was being a supportive friend. That is all.
Jeremy really liked it.
All right. Grab your
It's
last
got
questions.
162 views.
Of course.
You're
It's
welcome.
gold. Thank you. All right. Pick your
Yeah,
next your last questions.
am I gonna get my Metroid game? Probably not. No, you might eventually. Oh wow!
What?
Did you see who commented on that video?
No, I didn't.
Justin Silverman.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that later. Um, to anyone who's wondering what we're alluding to, just type in "The Little Mermaid," part of your world. It's a video a friend of mine made, and she sings a parody song, but she's in a porn store. So yeah, part of your world parody. Porn store employee wants to be a YouTuber.
You're supposed to say good wholesome things, and you're not. You're letting down your fan.
I'm just supposed to be classy. I don't have to say good wholesome thing like I'm a whatever. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Thank you everyone for joining us on Class vs. Crass, your weekly Nintendo podcast here on Nintendo Enthusiast. Before we head out, Shawn, what can we expect from you this week?
Shoot. I think we're working on a skit.
Big one.
And we should have the Bravely second review up this week. I believe that'll be midweek. I'm probably going to do an article that I've been fusing in my head and lots of news. And then if I got a wild hair up my ass, something on RGT 85.
All right. We do have another video dropping by neither of us. One of the Nintendo enthusiasts has put together an interesting video, so that'll be dropping probably tomorrow. We do have a skit that we're working on. I'm really hoping we can get that this week, but it's a bit of an ambitious one, so no promises. If we don't see you on any of that, we'll see you guys next week right here on Nintendo Enthusiast, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Crass Nintendo Podcast. Till then, have a good week. Keep it classier, as Shawn would say.
Keep it crassy.
You gonna sing us off again?
Sure.
All right, and go. Oh my god, that hurt.
Never gonna dance again. We all